Did you ever wonder how professional house cleaners stay safe when they go to bid a job or an estimate at a perfect stranger's home? That's a great question. I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. Now, a caller called in and asked this question.
Hi, Angela. Thank you very much for your show. It has really touched a lot of people in the cleaning business and as well as helped guide us into that right direction in starting up our business. So thank you for that. And I had a question for you. You know, when you are doing a walkthrough or going to do a walkthrough, safety is my number one concern. And I'm always, thinking that somebody could potentially be either setting you up or there could potentially be an incident where someone can, put you in a bad situation. So what are some things that you do to protect yourself during a first-time client walkthrough? Thank you.
I love this question. Thank you for this. Okay, so my question to you is, what is your end goal? Your end goal is to go to a customer's house to give a job estimate in exchange for a job you're going to get, which is for house cleaning. And you want to do that safely. That is the goal of what we're trying to do. So what we're going to do is stack the deck in our favor leading up to that. So the first question is, what are you wearing? Because the clothing that you're wearing is going to send a message that says, this is the job I will be providing for you. So I recommend that you dress something very similar to this. Don't wear anything fancy. You're a house cleaner. They're looking for a house cleaner. You want to look like a house cleaner when you show up. Show up in your nice house cleaning professional attire. That's step number one. Number two, show up with your ID badge so that they can quickly identify your face as the face that matches the picture here, okay? So that makes them feel safe. It's also going to make you feel safe. Show up with your clipboard in hand. When you go through your walkthrough, you're going to have a clipboard. This says, I'm a professional. I'm here to do a job. If you just show up willy-nilly and you don't have a clipboard and you don't really know what it is you're selling, you're sending all kinds of different wrong messages. This clipboard says, I'm a professional. This is what we're here to do, is go through this sales presentation. What they didn't see is this. On the back of my clipboard, along my finger here, is my car key and a can of mace, right? That is holding my clipboard. So this is what they see. This is what they don't see. So in the event that something happens or I feel unsafe, I have with me mace right on my person, right? I also have my car key unless I need to run to safety. If I can run to safety and I can get in my car without spraying anybody, that's always a better option, right? So I have protected myself. The next thing that I want to do is I want to let someone else know where I am. So for example, if I'm married, I would contact my husband and I would say at 11 o'clock this morning, I have a job estimate. This is the address. If you do not hear back from me by 12, please call the police. I need someone else to always have my back. If within 1 hour, if I'm still at the customer's house and we're yickety-yakking and we're closing a deal and I don't call him, he's going to text me. I'm going to get interrupted, which is a great way to segue out of, oh, hey, I need to run. I need to be on my way. I'm taking up way too much time. Or I can text him back really quickly and say, hey, listen, that everything's going well. I'm still at a job estimate. I'll call you back later. But as long as he hears back from me, we're good. If he does not hear back from me, something malfunctioned, he needs to call the police immediately and he has an address of where I am. So if you are a business owner and you're sending employees out to bid the job, make sure they contact you. If you are a solo operator, make sure you contact a friend, a parent, it doesn't matter who it is, someone else who will call you within 1 hour time. And make sure that they have your information and that they know what you're wearing. This is my outfit that I'm wearing. So if I went missing, they could say she was wearing a blue shirt, blue khakis, whatever, and they know exactly what my uniform looks like so they know what to look for if they're sending the police. So you want to make sure that your uniform is consistent every single time that you go out so the person calling the police, if they have to, knows what they're looking for. Now, when you get to the customer's house, I want you to make direct eye contact. When you make direct eye contact, it says this message: I'm not scared, I'm in control. If you're like looking down at the floor and you're not sure and whatever, you're easier to be taken advantage of and you're easier to be pushed around. I always verify in advance. Are you the decision maker for the job I'm about to bid? Because if I'm not talking to the decision maker, who am I talking to? I don't want somebody to have to go back, oh, let me talk to my husband or my spouse or whatever. No. The person that's going to pay me, that's the person I need to talk to when I do the walkthrough. They're the person I'm doing the deal with, right? That's the person I need to have at the home. So if you're talking to other family members, don't do that. Don't agree to the walkthrough, okay? So you have to always look at what is happening in the situation, and are you in control as the business owner? The next thing that I want to draw to your attention is, do you have 360 peripheral vision of where you are? If you step into a client's home, do you know what's behind you? Do you know where the exits are? As you walk into a room, start looking for the exits. I still do this every day in every building, every single time I cross through a door threshold. I'm looking for, is this the only way out, or is there another door? Is there a window? Is there somewhere else I could go to safety should the opportunity present itself and I need to race to safety? If someone else walks in the room, are you aware of that other person? Or did they just walk upon you willy-nilly and you have no idea who they are, what kind of situation they've put you in, right? You don't want to be around strangers unless you have a 360 awareness of you at all times. If someone else comes and approaches you while you're at a customer's home, introduce yourself. Give them 100% eye contact and say, oh, hi, I'm Angela. I'm the house cleaner. They will let you know who they are as well. But if somebody creeps up on you and you just ignore those signs, you're putting yourself in danger. All right, those are just a couple of things I want you to think about as you go to do a job estimate at a customer's home, and it's a perfect stranger, okay? You're going to protect yourself. You're going to make sure that you have 360 awareness. You're going to dress appropriately for the job that you're bidding. You're going to make sure that you keep your situational awareness with you. And you're going to make sure that you always have an out. You always know where the door is. If something weird happens here, I'm turning and I'm racing right back out the door I just came in. And you always have to follow your gut instinct. If you do not feel safe, do not enter the building. If you're in the building and you start to feel unsafe, say, you know what? Hold on. I need to leave. Excuse me. Something just came up. Personal emergency. You don't have to make anything up. It's just you do not feel safe and get out of there, okay? We want you to be safe. Safety is paramount to the success of your survival, right? Okay. I hope that helps. If it does, give us a thumbs up. If you got questions or comments, those go in the notes below. And until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.